Detroit Tigers eye off-season moves. Will Tarik Skubal stay or go? As we dive into the offseason, one of the most pressing questions for the Detroit Tigers is whether left-hander Tarik Skubal will be traded. It seems surprising to consider moving such a talented pitcher, but anything can happen in baseball. What do you think, Tigers fans? Are you worried about losing Skubal, or do you think there are greater needs on the roster? Comment, go Detroit Tigers below. Looking back at last season, the Tigers showcased enough talent to make a significant playoff push, ultimately falling just short in a thrilling Game 5 against the Seattle Mariners. That heartbreaking 15-inning game left fans buzzing and contemplating what could have been. With a performance like that, it's clear the Tigers are on the brink of something special, and the right off-season moves could elevate them to the next level. One name that has been floated around as a potential addition is Cody Bellinger. If he doesn't re-sign with the New York Yankees, there's a chance the Tigers could bring him on board. ESPN's David Schoenfield highlighted Detroit as a fitting destination for Bellinger, and honestly, it's hard to disagree. With Parker Meadows struggling at the plate, Bellinger could step in as a solid center fielder or even shift to right field, allowing Kerry Carpenter to focus on being the designated hitter. Imagine Bellinger's bat in the Tigers lineup. His defensive skills would significantly bolster the outfield, and he brings a unique combination of speed and range that could be game-changing. Schoenfield pointed out that Bellinger's fielding metrics surpass those of Kyle Tucker, another top free agent, which raises an intriguing point. Wouldn't it be fantastic to land a player who not only contributes at the plate, but also excels in the field? While signing Bellinger might seem like a long shot, it's worth considering what he could bring to Detroit, especially as the team looks toward contending in the next few years. His impressive home run numbers at Yankee Stadium are noteworthy, but it's his ability to make contact and get on base that might be even more valuable for the Tigers. Moreover, it would be a bonus to pull a significant player away from another American League contender like the Yankees. Fans, what are your thoughts on potentially acquiring Cody Bellinger? Do you think he would be a good fit for the Tigers? Or do you see other areas in need of improvement? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to include your city in your thoughts on the Tigers' chances in the upcoming seasons. This offseason could be pivotal for our beloved team, and we want to hear from all of you. Go Detroit Tigers. Headline: The Rise and Fall of Tigers Draft Picks. A look at Detroit's past mistakes and future hopes. As we dive into the recent successes of the Detroit Tigers, we can't overlook the pivotal role that top prospects have played in turning the tide for the team. Over the past 2 seasons, Riley Green and Spencer Torkelson have emerged as crucial middle-of-the-order hitters, while Tarik Skubal has established himself as one of the most dominant pitchers in baseball. Casey Mize also adds depth as a reliable middle-of-the-rotation starter. It's hard to overstate how vital Green and Torkelson have been, especially after the team endured 3 consecutive seasons with over 98 losses at the end of the 2010s. They were the glimmer of hope that fans clung to, and they've delivered. But let's be honest, it's not always a smooth ride when it comes to developing talent. Comment Go Detroit Tigers in the comments. However, the Tigers have had their fair share of draft misfires over the years, and it's worth examining some of the first-round selections that didn't pan out as expected. It's a reminder that even the most promising prospects can sometimes flounder. Take the case of Alan Trammell's predecessor, Tom Verizur. Drafted 11th overall in 1971, Verizur's debut was highly anticipated, but he quickly found himself overwhelmed at the major league level. With a career B-WAR of -1.2, it's clear that things didn't go as planned, leading to his trade after just 5 seasons. What do you think, Tigers fans? Can we forgive these draft blunders, knowing the franchise has also produced talents like Trammell? Then there's the saga of Jake Stewart, a first-round pick in 2015 who appeared to be the power-hitting corner outfielder the Tigers desperately needed. Unfortunately, his time in the majors didn't reflect the promise he showed in the minors. After a few lackluster seasons, Stewart found himself out of the league. Is it too harsh to consider him a bust? Or do you think he simply fell victim to the challenges of the big leagues? And let's not forget about Jacob Turner, who was once heralded as the future ace alongside the likes of Verlander and Scherzer. Drafted in 2009, he was a highly touted prospect, but never found his footing in the majors. His journey is a tough pill to swallow for fans who had high hopes for him. What do you think? Should we blame the development staff or chalk it up to bad luck? On a more recent note, we have Josh Jung, who is still early in his career. He's shown flashes of brilliance in the minors, but his initial major league stint has left fans wanting more. At just 25 years old, there's still time for him to find his groove. Do you think he'll turn it around, or is he destined to be another disappointing draft choice? Finally, we can't overlook the story of Manuel, another first-round pick who struggled to make an impact at the big league level. His time in Detroit was brief, and like many others, he became just another name on the list of what could have been. As passionate fans of the Tigers, we understand that the road to success is fraught with challenges, including draft mistakes. But with the current crop of talent, we have reason to be optimistic. How do you feel about the direction of the team? Do you think we're finally moving past the pitfalls of the past? Comment below with your thoughts, and don't forget to include your city. Go Detroit Tigers. Tigers infield depth. The future looks bright, but what about Colt Keith? As a dedicated fan of the Detroit Tigers, it's exciting to see our infield shaping up for next season. The big news is that Gleyber Torres has accepted the qualifying offer to return, a move that solidifies our second base position. This is a relief for fans, as Torres brings consistency and skill to the lineup. Alongside him, we've got promising players like Spencer Torkelson, Dylan Dingler, and Javier Baez who all had solid seasons. It's a great time to be a Tigers fan, but it does raise some interesting questions about the future of other players on our roster. Now let's talk about Colt Keith. This 24-year-old started the season as our opening day first baseman and even took a turn at third base. Unfortunately, injuries sidelined him, and he found himself pushed out of the lineup as Zach McKinstry stepped up. However, both Scott Harris and A.J. Hinch have expressed a ton of faith in Keith. Harris highlighted how impressed he was with Keith's transition to third base, saying he made some notable plays despite being thrown into the mix unexpectedly. This is encouraging news, but with the Tigers eyeing big names like Alex Bregman and Eugenio Suarez, will there be room for Keith to shine? Keith had a decent second season, posting a slash line of .256/.333/.413 with 13 home runs and 45 RBIs. While those numbers might not have been as strong as his rookie year, his advanced metrics show he's making strides in exit velocity and hard hit rates. This improvement is vital because the Tigers need to bolster their offense after stumbling into the playoffs last year. If the team does manage to acquire a big bat, it could complicate things for Keith. Had Torres left, Keith would have had a clearer shot at second base. And let's not forget about Kevin McGonigal, our top prospect who fans are eager to see make his debut. The competition is fierce, and while some might see it as a problem, is a good dilemma for Hinch to have. It's a testament to the depth we're building in our infield. Keith's youth and potential mean he's not someone we should give up on just yet. Injuries happen, and when they do, Keith could very well be the player we rely on to step up. As we head into the offseason, it's clear that there's a lot of excitement surrounding the Tigers infield. But fans, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on Colt Keith's future? Do you think he has a place in this increasingly crowded infield? Leave your comments below and let us know what city you're cheering from. Go Detroit Tigers.